Assalamualaikum viewers, welcome back to my channel. There is Madhuri Dixit Nene. Madhuri is an Indian actress, producer, television personality, and a music artist. One of the most popular actresses of Hindi cinema, she has appeared in over 70 Bollywood films, the recipient of such accolades as 6 Filmfare Awards. She was one of the country's highest paid actress in the 1990s and early 2000s and has featured 7 times on Forbes India Celebrity 100 list. In 2008, the Government of India awarded her with Padma Shri, the fourth highest civilian honor of country. Madhuri Dixit was born on 15 May 1967 into a Marathi family in Mumbai. She has two elder sisters and an elder brother. She kindled an interest in dance at an early age of 3 and went on to train in Kathak for 8 years later on becoming a professionally trained Kathak dancer. I received a scholarship as a Kathak dancer when I was 9. I ever remember that it was due to a dance performance that the first time my name had appeared in the paper. I was 7 or 8 year old at that time and had performed at the Guru Purnima festival. And there was a journalist who was there and he had written this article saying that this little girl stole the show, something like that. I was over the moon, so dance gave me a sense of achievement of worth. Dikshit received her education of Divine Child High School in Andheri. Apart from her studies, she participated in extracurricular activities such as dramatics. Aspiring to become a microbiologist, Madhuri Dixit enrolled at a Satya College in Vilepal, where she studied microbiology as one of her subjects in BSc. However, 6 months after she had commenced her course, Madhuri Dixit decided to discontinue studies and pursue a full time career in films. Madhuri made her cinema debut in 1984 with Rajeshri Productions' drama Abud, opposite to Bengali actor. Upon release, the film failed commercially, but Dixit's performance earned her positive reviews from critics. Madhuri Dixit's next four releases were the dramas Swati, Manav Hatya, Hifazat, and Uttar Dakshin. None of these films performed well either critically or commercially. Hifazat marked Dixit's first of several collaborations with Anil Kapoor. In 1988, Madhuri Dixit had four films released, three of them, More Khatron Ke Khiladi and Devan, were commercially failures. In 1988, Madhuri Dixit finally attained recognition when she played Mohini, an impoverished and miserable woman who is forced to dance to make money for her father in N. Chandra's action romance Tezab opposite to Anil Kapoor. It went on to become the highest grossing film of the year and she received her first Filmfare Award nomination. The film's success established Madhuri Dixit as a leading actress of Hindi cinema and marked a significant turning point in her career. Akshay Shah of Planet Bollywood wrote Madhuri Dixit also gives a fine-tuned performance though she is more remembered for her crowd-pleasing dance act Ek Do Teen. Her acting needs to be noticed especially in the scenes where she is pitted against Anupama Heer. Her first release of 1989, Vardi, did fairly well at the box office. She next reunited with Anil Kapoor for Subhash Ghai's Ram Lakhan. She played Radha, a girl who falls in love with her childhood friend but finds it hard to convince her father. Finishing up as the second highest grossing film of the year, Ram Lakhan emerged as a super hit at the box office. Madhuri Dixit's next release was the romantic drama Prem Pratigya, in which she was paired opposite to Mithun. Her portrayal of Lakshmi Rao, a distraught woman who influences a local underworld don, letting him give up his bad habits, earned her a second nomination for the Filmfare Best Actress Award. Madhuri Dixit collaborated with Trimurti's film for the action thriller Tridev, which featured an ensemble cast. It finished up as one of the biggest hits and the third highest grossing film of the year. Her next release of the year, Vidhu Vinod Chopra's drama Parinda, co-starring Anil Kapoor, Jackie Shroff, and Nana Patekar, was another box office hit. She played Paro, who is killed on her wedding night along with Karan by a gangster. A major critical success, the film was included in CNN News 18's 2013 list of the 100 greatest Indian films of all time. It was selected as the official Indian submission for the 1990s Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film but was not nominated. Rediff.com opened that Madhuri Dixit added touching vulnerability and soft focus appeal to the heavy duty proceedings. Also, that year she starred in Ilaka and Mujrim. In 1990, Madhuri Dixit appeared in 9 films, 5 of them Mahasangram, Divana Mujhsa Nahi, Jeevan Ka Sangharsh, Salab, and Jamai Raja were commercially unsuccessful. Her next release that year was Rakesh Roshan's action comedy Kishan Kanhaiya. It tells the story of twin brothers who are separated at birth and reunite in their youth. Madhuri and Sridhar played the love interest of Kapoor's character. It was the fourth highest grossing film of the year in India. Madhuri next played a strong willed woman in the box office average action drama Izzatdar. She won her first Filmfare Best Actress award for portraying Madhu, a rich and arrogant girl who falls in love with the poorer boy in Indra Kumar's romantic drama Dil, opposite to Amir Khan. It emerged as the highest grossing film of the year. Rediff.com hailed her performance, commenting she showed her age as a performer. She breathed fire as a rebellious lover, defying her family, or the forlorn, estranged wife longing to be with her ailing better half. Madhuri Dixit's final release of the year was the action drama Thanedar, opposite to Sanjay Dutt. She was another which was another commercial hit. In 1991, Madhuri Dixit had 5 film releases, the first of which was the romance Pyar Ka Devta. She next starred alongside Jackie Shroff in the physiological thriller 100 Days. She played Devi, a woman who has a vision of murder and sets out to uncover the truth. The film was moderately successful. She next starred in Sajan opposite to Dutt and Salman Khan, a, a major critical and commercial success. The film earned Dixit praise for her portrayal of Pooja Saxena, who is in love with her idol Sagar. She received her fourth Best Actress nomination at Filmfare for her work in the film. Madhuri Dixit's first release of 1992 was Kumar's drama Beta, co-starring Anil Kapoor and Aruna Irani. Madhuri's portrayal of Saraswati, an educated woman who rebels against her manipulative mother-in-law, earned her critical acclaim. In 1993, her first release was Sudhir Mishra's Dharavi alongside Shubhana Azmi, Om Puri and Anil Kapoor. The film was a joint NFDC Doordarshan production and went on to win the National Film Award for Best Feature Film in Hindi. Her next release was Ramesh Talwar's Sahiban, which was commercially successful. Madhuri next reunited with Sanjay Dutt and Jackie Shroff in Subhash Ghai's crime drama Khannaik. Her portrayal of Ganga, a police officer who volunteers to go undercover to trap an escaped criminal, garnered her critical acclaim. India Today wrote she grinds and thrusts in her trademark dhak dhak style, the whistle grow defining when she stares into the camera, looks at every man in the dark and promises him her heart and much more. In one Bangalore theatre, the police were kept on standby in case the crowds went berserk. Dixit's performance in Khannaik earned her a sixth nomination for the Filmfare Best Actress Award and became the second highest grossing film of the year in India. In 1994, Dixit starred in Rahul Rawal's physiological thriller Anjam, which marked her first of many collaborations with Shah Rukh Khan. Madhuri's portrayal of Shivani Chopra, a revenge seeking wife and mother, earned her a seventh nomination for the Filmfare Best Actress Award. The film performed moderately well at the box office. Her next release was Rajeshri Productions' family drama Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, opposite to Salman Khan. The film emerged as one of the biggest hits in the history of Hindi cinema and made 1.35 billion worldwide, breaking the record of film Sholay. It became the highest grossing Bollywood film in Hindi cinema history after its theatrical run and held the record of 7 years till the release of Gadar Ek Prem Kada. Madhuri Dixit's portrayal of Nisha, who falls in love with Prem but their plans to be together are put jeopardy when Nisha's sister dies, fetched her a third Filmfare Best Actress award and her first Screen Award for Best Actress. Critics believed the film to be too sweet but appreciated Madhuri's performance. Dikshit achieved further success when she reunited with Indra Kumar for the romantic drama Raja opposite to Sanjay Dutt. She portrayed Madhu, a rich girl who falls for her childhood friend. However, she finds it tough to convince her two brothers of this relationship. It emerged as the third highest grossing film of the year, and its release was attributed to Madhuri's immense popularity. She won a second Screen Award for Best Actress for her performance. Her next release was David Dhawan's Yarana opposite to Rishi Kapoor, in which she played Lalita, a dancer on the run from the abusive lover. The film underperformed at the box office. Both the films earned her nomination for the Filmfare Best Actress award. The following year, both her films flopped at the box office. In 1997, Dikshit received critical acclaim for her portrayal of Kitki Singh, a village woman who struggles to confront and defeat the forces of oppression and male domination in Prakash Jaz alongside Shubhana Azmi and Shilpa Shirodkar. In a review of India Today, Anupama Chopra wrote, Dikshit gives her career best performance. Simply dressed, she looks stunning and acts even better. She is by turns romantic, vulnerable, angry, the perfect foil to Azmi's long suffering Badi Bahu. Screen Magazine deemed her portrayal fairy and appreciated the lack of glamour in the part. For her performance, Madhuri Dixit won a third Screen Award for Best Actress. She next starred in the dramas Koila, Mahanata, and Muhabbat. With the exception of Koila, none of these films performed well either critically or commercially. Madhuri Dixit's final release of 1997 was Yash Chopra's musical romantic drama Dil To Pagal Hai, co-starring Shah Rukh Khan and Karishma Kapoor. The film depicts the love stories of the dancers in a musical dance troupe. Her role of Pooja, a woman faced with a moral dilemma in a love triangle, fetched her a fourth Filmfare Best Actress award and the Zee Cine Award for Best Actor Female. Dil To Pagal Hai emerged as a blockbuster and was the second highest grossing film of the year in India. At the 45th National Film Award, the film won three awards, including the Best Popular Film, providing wholesome entertainment. She next starred in the N. Chandra directed drama Vajood opposite to Nana Patekar and Mukul Dev. She played Apurva, a very rich girl who misunderstood by Malhar, played by Patekar. In 2000, Madhuri Dixit starred in Rajkumar Santosh's Pukar opposite to Anil Kapoor, a love story based on the backdrop of the Indian Army. The film was shot over a course of 350 days. Madhuri Dixit's portrayal of Anjali, a heartbroken and jealous woman who swears revenge on Jay for rejecting her, garnered her several Best Actress nominations at various award ceremonies, including Filmfare and Screen. A review in Filmfare said that both Anil Kapoor and Madhuri, veterans in their field, outdo themselves in the film. It won two National Film Awards, including the Nargis Dutt Award for Best Feature Film on National Integration. She then played the title character in Gaja Jamini, the first feature film directed by painter M.F. Hussain. Hussain got fixated with Madhuri and watched her movie Hum Aapke Hain on several times and was certain that he would make a film only with her. The film followed the story of Gaja Jamini, who appears in various incarnations as Mona Lisa, Shakuntala, and others. Pukar was an average grosser, while the latter underperformed at the box office. In 2001, Dixit starred in Deepak Shivdasan's love triangle Ye Rishte Hain Pyar Ke opposite to Ajay Devgan and Preeti Zinta. Upon release, the film met with largely negative reviews. Critic Gautam, however, described her as a saving grace of the film, adding that she gives a delightful performance commercially too. The film failed to do well. Subsequently, Dixit reunited with Rajkumar Santoshis for the social drama Laja. Dealing with the issue of gender inequality, Dixit played Janki, a theatre actress who gets prematurely pregnant. Anita Bora of Rediff.com wrote, Madhuri slips into her role as Janki, which with consummate ease and dazzles us with a class act. The film was a box office failure in India but was an overseas success. Dixit performed fetched her a first Filmfare Award for Best Supporting Actress nomination and won her the Zee Cine Award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role Female. Madhuri Dixit release of 2020 was the love triangle Hum Tumhare Hain Sanam, opposite to Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan, where she played Radha, who married life blemishes when she get obsessed with the career of her friend. A remake of director K.S. Adhiman on Tamil film. The film took 6 years in making, with huge obstacles in between shoots due to several production problems. The film emerged moderately successful at the Indian box office. Few critics noted that the delay made the film look outdated. Madhuri Dixit's next release was Sanjay Leela Bhansali period romance Devdas co-starring Shah Rukh Khan and Aishwarya Rai. It was based on Sharat Chandra novel of the same name. She portrayed Chandramukhi, a courtesan who is in love with the title character. Sita Menon of Rediff.com wrote the most understated role and perhaps the one that is most lingering in terms of virtuosity is that played by Madhuri Dixit as Chandramukhi. She is simply stunning, leading passion, fire, and gentleness with such consummate ease that watching her performance in sheer delight. The film was screened at the 2002 Cannes Film Festival and was featured by Times in their listing of 10 best films of millennium. The first emerged as a major commercial success with the revenues of 530 million. Devdas was chosen to India official entry for Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film and received a nomination for the BAFTA Award for Best Film Not in the English Language at the 50th National Film Fair Award. The film won 5 awards including the Best Popular Film providing wholesome entertainment. Dixit eventually won the Filmfare Best Supporting Actress Award and the Screen Award for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in the film. The following year, in a film named after her, Main Madhuri Dixit Banna Chahti Hoon was released, in which a woman aspires to become the new Madhuri Dixit by trying her luck in Bollywood. Madhuri Dixit also made an appearance on television as a host for the reality show Kahin Na Kahin Koi Hai on Sony TV. Madhuri Dixit has participated in several stage shows, concert tours, and televised award ceremonies. In 1993, Madhuri Dixit participated in Live 93 Bollywood concert alongside Amitabh Bachchan and Mithun Chakravarti. Since the mid 1990s to early 2000, she performed at the Madhuri Dixit live concert to India, the Middle East, and United States. In 2000, she performed at the Pepsi W2K Millennium Concert at Mumbai. Between July to August 2008, Dixit and actors Abhishek Bachchan, Amitabh Bachchan, Preeti Zinta, and Ritesh Deshmukh and Aishwarya Rai starred in the unforgettable War 2 stage production in the 40 days show staged in 11 cities across North America, Europe, and the Caribbean. In 2013, Madhuri Dixit participated in the SS All Areas concert in Dubai with Shah Rukh Khan, Jacqueline Fernandez, and Deepika Padukone. The same year, she joined fourth installment of Temptation Reloaded, where she performed with Khan, Rani Mukherjee, Fernandez, and Mejeng Chang in Auckland, Perth, Sydney, and Dubai. And in 2014, she performed in Malaysia with Khan, Mukherjee, and Arjit Singh. She also performed in Salam, the tour which was held in the USA, Canada, and London. In 2015, Madhuri Dixit participated in the show Fusion Houston along with Akshay Kumar, Sonakshi Sinha, and Prabhu Deva. In 2018, she performed at the inaugural ceremony of Men's Hockey World Cup. She participated in Hero Golden Film Award 2016 in Sri Lanka as a special guest along with Sunil Shetty, Neil Nitin Mukesh, Jackie Shroff, Siri Devi, and Karishma Kapoor. In 2013, Madhuri Dixit launched her all online dance academy, Dance with Madhuri, where the users get an opportunity to learn to dance various dance styles and have one-on-one lessons. During her years in the film industry, Madhuri Dixit has been actively involved in promoting children's education and the safety of women. She featured in a series of minute telespots on preventing AIDS for the Maharashtra State AIDS Control Society in 2000. In 2001, Madhuri Dixit won 5 crore on Karan Bhenga's Choprati, a game show then In its first season on the air, she donated her winnings for the welfare of the victims of 2001 Gujarat earthquake and to an orphanage in Pune. In 2009, Madhuri Dixit performed for NDTV Toyota Granatha, India's first ever nationwide campaign for saving the environment and creating awareness about environmental issues. NDTV organized India's first 24-hour live telethon, a fundraising event that brings in people to donate money to support Terry's initiative Lighting a Billion Lives, which aims at providing solar power to villages without electricity. Since 2014, Dixit began working with UNICEF to advocate the rights of children and prevent child labor and child trafficking. She participated in a fashion show organized by Lailavati Hospital to support the Save and Empower the Girl Child initiative by the organization. The same year, the government of Madhya Pradesh appointed her as the brand ambassador for its Mamta Abhiyan campaign. Madhuri Dixit collaborated with Vogue for its Vogue Empower series as a short film on gender policing Boys Don't Cry. Directed by Vinil Mehta, she was appointed as the brand ambassador for the Beti Bachao Beti Badhao campaign by the Government of India in 2015 that aims to generate awareness and improve the efficiency of welfare services intended for girls. She lent her voice for narrating the story of one of the 8 girls who featured in Girl Raising, a film on the education and empowerment of girls. Dixit was appointed as the brand ambassador and launched MAA, a flagship program to ensure educate awareness is generated on the benefits of breastfeeding. Additionally, Dixit has made public appearances to support charities and causes. On 4th February 2012, Madhuri Dixit in interacted with cancer affected child on World Cancer Day, which was organized by Pon Hens Helicopter Ltd at Juhu, Mumbai. In 2013, she launched Sanofi India's campaign on World Diabetes Day that encourages people to take proactive steps to effectively prevent, manage, and control diabetes. A year later, on 24 Feb 2014, she visited a school in Andheri, Mumbai to support the Sport My School campaign. She participated in Set Beautiful Free, an event by One Foundation to provide home education, food, and healthcare to the daughters of trafficking victims. In 2018, she attended a charity event by Nani Kali, Nani Kali NGO. In 1985, Dixit made her television debut in the Rajeshri production series Paying Guest, in which she played Nana. In 2002, Dixit hosted Sony Entertainment's show Kahin Na Kahin Koi Hai. Dixit featured as a talent judge for 4 seasons of the dance reality show Jhalak Dikhla Ja alongside Ramo D'Souza, Malika Arora Khan for the 4th season, and alongside Ramo D'Souza and Karan Johar for the 5th, 6th, and 7th season. In 2011, she featured as an anchor to launch a new entertainment channel, Life OK. The same year, she hosted a competitive cooking game show, Food Maha Challenge, along with Sanjeev Kapoor. In 2016, Dixit featured as one of the jury So You Think You Can Dance, an officially incensed version of the So You Think You Can Dance franchise based on the original American production created by Dick Clark Productions. Dixit co-judged first and second season of Colors TV Dance Diwane, which give an opportunity to contestants from 3 different generations. In May-June 2015, the Tamil Nadu Consumer Forum sent her notice for false representation in advertisement of Maggi, a noodle brand in which toxic level of lead were found. Madhuri Dixit made her comeback as an actress after 5 years with a leading role in cinematographer Anil Mehta's dance film Aaja Nach Le. She played Dia, a choreographer who returns to her town to save the endangered theatre where she learned to dance. A box office filler, the film generated positive reviews for Madhuri portrayal. Rajiv Mansad of CNN IBN criticized the plot while he wrote about Madhuri performance. It's hard to take your eyes off the screen when she's up there, dazzling you with her spontaneity, her easy charm, and her 100-watt smile. Her performance earned her another nomination for the Filmfare Best Actress Award in 2011. Madhuri Dixit was felicitated by Filmfare with a special jury recognition for completing 25 years in the Indian film industry. Madhuri Dixit relocated to India in 2011 and after another 7-year absence from the screen starred in the black comedy Dhed Ishq Kiya in 2014. The film was a sequel to the 2010 film Ishqiya. She played a con woman Begumpara opposite to Nasiruddin Shah, Arshad Warsi, and Huma Qureshi, and expressed that she agreed to do the film because of the unapologetic way director Abhishek Chaubey presented Vidya Balan's character in Ishqiya. The film opened to positive response from critics who called it one of the year's most important release, and Upama Chopra called Dikshit compelling, while Dipanjana Pal of First Post wrote she is still capable of keeping an audience glued to their seat when the credits start rolling. All because she is dancing on the screen. The film earned Madhuri Dixit her 14th nomination for Filmfare Best Actress Award. Didishkia earned little at the box office. Her next release of the year was debutant director Shomak Sin's Gulab Gang alongside Juhi Chawla. Madhuri Dixit portrayed Rajao, the leader of the women activist group. The film and her role was inspired by the real vigilant activist Sampath Paldevi and her group Gulabi Gang. Pal filed a case against the film, claiming that the makers did not take permission to make a film on her life, but the court later lifted the stay from the film. To prepare for her role, Madhuri Dixit practiced Shaolin Kung Fu, stick training, and close combat. Gulab Gang failed at the box office, earning mixed reviews. Subhash Kejha labeled Dixit's performance as demure inconsistent. However, Sampath Pal claimed that in Dixit's character, she finds reflection of her own life so stark that it makes her feel it was she on screen. The film was a box office failure. In 2018, Dixit made her debut in Marathi cinema with the comedy drama Bucket List. She played Madhuri Sen, a middle aged housewife who taken the initiative to complete the bucket list of her decreased teenage heart donor. Madhuri Dixit earned critical acclaim for her portrayal. Mihir Bhanjes of the Times of India wrote Madhuri on the film and sails through it with flying colors. Kunal of Mumbai Mirror said Madhuri Dixit long overdue debut in Marathi cinema is comfort watch even if it that predictable setup. Madhuri Dixit reunited with Anil Kapoor and Ajay Devgan in Indira Kumar's adventure comedy Total Dhamal. She portrayed Bindu Patel, who, along with a group of people, learn about a hidden treasure and then races to claim it. The film received mixed to negative reviews. However, Dixit's performance received a mixed to positive reception. Lakshana and Pallat of Indian Today wrote the little respite of this adventure comedy is the pairing of Anil Kapoor and Madhuri Dixit, who proved that they still have the same impeccable chemistry and partnership almost 2 decades later. Total Dhamal emerged as a major commercial success at the box office, grossing more than 200 crore worldwide, and ranks as the ninth highest grossing Hindi film of the year. Madhuri Dixit produced the Marathi Netflix drama 15 August under her production company R&M Moving Pictures. In an interview with Scroll Dixit said the film is about the freedom to love, the freedom to choose your career, and the freedom to die. She next starred in Abhishek Verma's period drama Kalank, featuring an ensemble cast including Sanjay Dutt, Sonakshi Sinha, Alia Bhatt, Varun Dhawan, and Aditya Roy Kapoor. Set in the 1940s prior to partition of India, the film featured her as a Bihar Begum, the madam of the brothel. Saibal Chatterjee of NDTV wrote the in the blinding glow of Dixit's presence as a notched girl who can turn on the magic it will. The younger cast member pales somewhat in comparison. She lights up the screen as only she can, pushing the others to strive harder. It did not perform